G'day good people, welcome to the ultimatemoney.com.au coin review of the day. My name's Corey and today we're going to take a look at EOS, a next generation decentralized applications platform. So what is EOS? Well, firstly, EOS is a decentralized applications network. An application is a piece of software that you use on your computer, tablet, or phone for useful purposes. And a decentralized application is an application that's based on a decentralized network, aka EOS. And a decentralized network operates on many different computers instead of just one central source. And EOS is considered to be the potential evolution of Ethereum, and Ethereum is the original decentralized applications network. There are a few things that EOS does differently to Ethereum. And one of those things is that it is much easier to use in terms of coding and language and what codes and language it accepts for developers when developing their decentralized applications. So what gives EOS value? Well, for one, EOS has its own network. Now, the network was only released a few days ago from the creation of this video. And EOS was based on the Ethereum network, and now it has created its own blockchain. It has separated itself from Ethereum, it no longer needs Ethereum, and now EOS has its own blockchain to operate from. Also, EOS promises to scale millions of transactions per second, and that is an insane amount of transactions, especially as Ethereum in peak times has clogged up due to not being able to process the amount of transactions that has been required of it. Also, EOS eliminates transaction fees through delegated proof of stake, and we'll get into that in a minute. And also, EOS token holders or stakeholders get to democratically vote in or out which miners are processing the network. Only on the EOS network, instead of being called miners, they're now called block producers. And we'll get a bit more into that in a second. Finally, the EOS network is extremely flexible. It promises to allow for thousands of commercial scale decentralized applications. Also, its flexibility allows for conflict resolution through democratic voting and also gives block producers the power to freeze applications in order to fix problems. So what is some of the interesting technology behind EOS? EOS uses a consensus algorithm which allows its token holders to democratically vote on who builds the blockchain. And only the 21 top block producers that are voted in by the community will be the block producers that will earn a consistent income from building the EOS blockchain. And block producers don't process transactions like miners do on other blockchains, which is a proof of work system. Instead, EOS's blockchain uses a proof of stake system. And in a proof of stake system, what a block producer must do in order to build on the EOS blockchain is it must first put up a certain amount of EOS tokens and lay a stake to the block that it wishes to build, and how many EOS tokens that they put up front is reflective of how much of that block they can build and therefore how many EOS tokens they can earn as reward. Who is the team behind EOS? Well, firstly, we have Dan Larimer, and Dan Larimer is the Chief Tech Officer of EOS. Dan also built the decentralized blog writing Steam platform and also the decentralized real-time financial platform called BitShares. Next up, we have Brendan Bloomer, and Brendan is the CEO of Block One, and Block One is the company that produced EOS. And Brendan is a young prodigy when it comes to building cutting-edge disruptive technologies. Next up, we have Rob Jezudazun, and Rob was the Chief Financial Officer of the Commonwealth Bank of Australia. This year, Rob announced that he was leaving the Commonwealth Bank and was going to join the Block One Board of Directors with the responsibility of scaling the group's global operations. What are some promising partnerships for EOS? Even though EOS is in its infancy right now, it has a lot of decentralized application developers who want to use its network for their operations. First up, we have Everypedia, which is a next generation encyclopedia that wants to use the EOS blockchain to run its applications. And we have Wax, which is a decentralized in-game marketplace that also wants to use EOS's blockchain to build its applications. So what are the good things about EOS? Well, firstly, EOS has the potential to process millions of transactions per second. It also offers no transaction fees, it has a world-class team behind it, and it achieved the longest running initial coin offering campaign that raised over $4 billion, making it the largest campaign of its kind to date. And of course, it has its own mainnet network, or aka its own blockchain. Okay, that's all well and good, but what are the bad things about EOS? There is heaps of contention about how much power the 21 voted block producers will actually have over the EOS network. And the block producers have the power to freeze applications of their own accord, which is for the purpose of fixing bugs. But if they were doing it for the wrong reasons, then the voters would have to vote them out in order for that application to be unfrozen. And the block producers have to stake their claim to the block before working on it, meaning that those who have more money are going to make more money. What can we hope to see from EOS in the future? From June to September of 2018, Block One will be hosting a global hackathon competition in partnership with EOS to sponsor the development of decentralized applications on the EOS network that help to secure life, liberty, and property. And of course, as EOS's network is only brand new, it's going to be spending the next few years at least developing its network, making new partnerships with decentralized application producers, and making further partnerships with industry. Finally, in 2019, EOS will hold their Global Block Producer and Token Holder Summit to bring the community together to share what they have all learned since the launch of their mainnet network. So what is my personal conclusion of EOS? Again, in my opinion, EOS looks very promising. At the time of this video, the EOS mainnet has successfully launched and has a very strong community behind it. And as it raised over $4 billion in its initial coin offering, investors, developers, and industry have huge expectations of EOS's performance, and hopefully those expectations will hold them to account. However, the proof of stake system that EOS will use to build its network and the amount of power that its block producers may wield will no doubt be the topic of much intrigue, conspiracy theories, and heated debate. Only time will tell whether or not EOS will be the Ethereum killer, but there is no doubt that EOS has begun the battle with a fighting chance. On ya, mate. For the record, I don't hold a single EOS token. Thanks for watching today, good people. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and head to www.ultimatemoney.com.au for all your crypto news, reviews, and how-tos. My name's Corey. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you next time.